101-pound firecrackers in the red corner. We have Brian Westbrook. And in the blue corner, Troy Ramirez.
All right, we are ready for our first bout here at Fight to Unite 10. We got two prize fighters from the youth division. You got the red and the blue corner. We're ready to start here for a second, so hope you guys enjoy the show. Big fight tonight, a lot of good fighters on the card. So it'll be a 15-bout fight tonight. So we're at Fight to Unite 10 here in Youngstown, Ohio at Beautiful Feet Ministries. A lot of great fighters on the card tonight. We got some young, old fighters, local fighters, fighters from all over the United States here to come in one square ring, and that's the Fight to Unite. And tonight's cause is youth awareness and abuse, so this will be an interesting showcase for that cause tonight, as we have some the young cards on the card first. So let's get this thing going. All right, here we go. Let's see how these young fighters start out. Red corner starts out swinging early. Blue corner looks like he's really just kind of antsy. So moving pretty good. You see this a lot with these young fighters. They're able to utilize that jab as an insurance policy. We'll see how that works tonight. Expect to see a lot of footwork out of these young fighters as they get. When you get prepared for fights like this, you just never know what you're going to be in for. You don't really know who your opponent is, but you do want to get ready and you do want to be prepared when you come out here. So that's what we'll look for tonight, as these fighters just starting off a little bit slow, a lot of moving around. Not too many power punches being thrown yet, but you do see a lot of movement. You look for skill too in these young fighters. These are just amateur rounds. As you can see, blue corner is just kind of well in the way right now. He's got the momentum. Let's see how he could keep it. Now you want to impress these judges too when you're out here fighting. You see red corner just throw a nice little power punch there. They don't seem to be going for the glory too fast. You see them just real relaxed, moving around, waiting for the opening shot, and that means that they're well coached, well trained. Ooh, look at that. Blue corner, he's on the attack. He's got red corner on the ropes. Blue is just on the attack, and that is how you want to end the round sometimes, when you got your fighter on the ropes like that, and that's what you want to see. And you just kind of see he's just keeping his cool, and that'll be the first round. And it looks like it's in the judge's hands, but it looked like blue took that round, but we'll see. Here we go, ready to start round two. So far, it's been a nice fight. Well trained to be this age. So we got a little stop in motion here. Make sure blue corner is prepared. His corner's got to get ready. So here they come. Blue corner, like I said, it looked like he took that last round, but we'll see here. As you can see, red is just starting out real relaxed, making sure he keeps his opponent on his toes. You don't see a lot of footwork out of these two fighters, which you do want to see when they start out this age, because they just filled with a lot of energy. You do see a lot of movement. Each fighter just kind of waiting for the opening shot. You see blue just really using that jab as advantage, and he's a small fighter, but red has got that jab advantage. He's got that reach. Like I said, you don't see these fighters moving around too much. Not a lot of footwork, but you do see them just waiting for the opening shot, and that's what makes a fight a fight. Who can box, who in, who can move, who can shake. This red just not a lot of attacking. Just really relaxed, taking their time, and just waiting for the opening shot. As you see, blue is on the attack. That's one thing we've seen out of him in this whole fight, is when he's got to move and when he can get in there, he will attack. Red's just being really, really relaxed, taking his time, waiting for the opening shot, just making smart punches. But we'll see how the judges decide. I mean, look at Blue go. You know, he's really doing a good job at cornering his opponent, keeping him on the ropes. And he's just attacking. You know, he could have got a really nice advantage there with his opponent in the neutral corner. But he's just kind of just being a little wild. Not very really structured punches, but you do see a lot of movement. Like I said, it looked like Red may have took that round, but we'll see when this fight is over. Here we go, the third and final round here at this amateur bout. We got two very young fighters in the ring, and just tell them that they're well coached. You know, Mike Tyson once said, you don't know what's going to happen until you take the first to the shot is thrown, and this is what we've seen in this fight. It's almost like each fighter came in with a strategy, but it just didn't work. Now they're just throwing punches, waiting for the opening shot. Somebody's got to take this last round. Once again, we got a little bit of pause in motion. This blue corner may not have been prepared, but we'll see what happens here. You see Red just using that jab. Now, Red is a really, really smart fighter to be his age, you know. We see Blue just looking for the opening, and I think that's what they're looking for. They're not being too strategic, not being too... Now, Blue has kept on the attack, and that's what we've seen out of him. We haven't seen too much out of that Red, but... Like I said, Blue corner is it just seems like he waits for his opponent to die down and then he just goes in with a bunch of punches just to gather some points. Red is he just stayed back there, stayed poised in his corner. You can tell he's gonna mature into a great fighter if he stays at it. Because he just waits for the opening shot. He waits for Blue to open up, put down his defense, and then that's when he goes for the kill. But Blue, there we go again. He's gathering up the points. He knows when to attack. And that's what you'll see out of the blue corner. There we go, 10 seconds left in the round. And there you go, there he is. He's been doing it all fight. It's a little sloppy, but he's making it work. Making it work, and there's the bell. It's in the hands of the judges now.
bout. In the red corner, from Youngstown Salem Boxing Club, Grayson Wabala. In the blue corner, traveling from Louisville, Ohio, from Fight for Love Always Boxing Crew, Aaron Hall.
All right, we are ready for another bout. This looks like about the teenagers division, so we'll see what happens here. Got some fighters from Salem Boxing Club and another fighter from out of state. Like I said, last fight, I just kind of figured that blue corner was going to take that fight. I mean, he had the advantage. Let's see what we get out of these two young fighters here as they touch gloves and just ready to go at it. We just haven't seen a lot of good footwork tonight, but we've seen a lot of fighters on the attack. And you see that with just starting off early. These fighters are amped up, they're hyped up, they're young, and they're full of energy. You see blue corner just kind of just taking advantage, and that's what you want to see. Now he's on the attack. You can tell he's ready for this fight, as he has taken he's just taking no steps back. He's just going on full throttle here, so we can see how long this can keep up. Now that's what you want to do. You do when you do see these fights. You want to see how long they can keep up the energy, if they've got endurance, and that's what you want to see out of each fighter every time they step in the ring. You seen a lot of power punches thrown in this fight so far, and you just hope they don't wear themselves out. Still 2 more rounds, and when they're this age, that's what you see. You see a lot of energy. And structure is what you're looking for. Ooh, nice punch landed there by the red corner. Ooh, another one. Wow. I mean, these fighters they're on full right now. They're on full throttle. This is V8 engine right here. And this is going to be a good fight because, all fight, they've just been on the attack. We haven't seen anybody just kind of hold back at all. They just been going at it. And we'll see who's got the most endurance as each fighter goes to their corner. Blue started off really, really fast, so we'll see how this turns out. All right, we're getting ready for round 2. Like I said, that first round was really, really exciting. I mean, we saw each fighter just going all out. Power punches, hook shots, jabs. And I did get to talk to blue corner before this fight, and he seemed like he was well ready. And you just see him this is all athleticism right here. These fighters are going out full throttle. As you can see, they're trying to impress the hometown crowd tonight. Red, you just gotta bet your money on whoever can come out and whoever can impress these judges, who've ever landed the most punch. Because right now we just see a lot of punches being thrown. Some of them are missing, some of them are landing, but each fighter just has a lot. This is a high energy fight, and this is definitely a crowd pleaser. This is definitely in the ballot for fight of the night. Each fighter just has not taken any load off. I mean, you can tell they've been waiting and willing to do whatever it takes by any means necessary to try to pull off this fight. Red is on the attack. Blue seemed, like I said, when we saw him come out in that first round, I wanted to see who was going to be able to last. Who was going to be able to stay on full throttle. And at this moment, you see Blue, he may seem like he's just maybe run out of gas. I mean, this takes a lot out of you. You're taking punches to the head, you're moving, you're jabbing, and he might just ran out of gas. He has 1 more round left, and Red is just kind of keeping his poise. He stayed back there, and there's the bell. So we'll see what happens here. Let's hope Blue has not run out of gas. Final round of this amateur bout. And we've seen all full scale fighting here. This is almost like a street match. As you see Blue coming out of his corner, and that's what I think I was a little bit afraid when he started out so fast, but it looks like he's left a little bit left in the tank for round 3, as he is just going all out. A nice hook shot, power punch there. And these two fighters, they have the footwork. They're moving around, and they're doing a really, really good job at keeping each other on the toes. And this is one of those fights where you just fear. You don't know who's going to land the big punch, especially in the last round. Red, this is going to be a tough fight for the judges. As you see Red just kind of stand on his toes. This is a good fight. He's just kind of moving around. Each fighter's been very, very patient, moving, using that hook. And you think that Red would rely on that jab, as he's definitely got the reach advantage, but they've just been on the attack. Ooh, you see some land. Ooh, nice defensive move out of there. He just weaved out of Red's position there. Nice hook shot thrown by the blue corner. This is a good fight. These are well-trained fighters to be their age. See a lot of movement. I like the way they're just waiting for the opening. Blue is just, I mean, he's going all out, and that's what's going to impress the judges. Even on the ropes, he's still fighting. This is a good fight. And there's the bell. Great fight. It's in the hands of the judges now.
And your winner in the second bout tonight, winning the Randy Stevens Memorial Belt, in the red corner, from Youngstown Stanley Boxing Club, Tristan Gamboa.
All right, it was real shocking to see the other fighter from the red corner. I thought Blue, he had the advantage, but I said you never know with the judges, but he did land a lot of shots, so we'll get ready for another bout here.
Tonight in the red corner, from Rodriguez Boxing, Brian Jones. In the blue corner, from Marion County Boxing, Ezekiel Blood.
Ready for another amazing fight, another amazing bout. This is the older crowd. And if you don't hear me mention their names tonight, it's because they're amateurs. So I just try to mention blue and red if that'll give you an understanding when they're in an amateur bout. Because you just want to make it insurance policy. So I just mentioned red and blue tonight until these fighters become pro. But if you do want to check out the bout card, it probably will be listed on the some literature from the fight. But here we go. We're getting ready for this third fight and another amazing round of boxing here at Fights Unite 10. Blue corner coming out swinging. Now these are a little bit more seasoned fighters because they're older. So you probably will see a little bit more jabs, a little bit more structure. But either way, you will see who can come out on top. As you can see, the red corner just kind of going on the attack really, really fast. And you know when you gotta judge these fights, you gotta look for things like that. You gotta look for who's able to land the most punches. You gotta look for who's able to corner their opponent, and who's able to land those power punches. And we've seen a little bit of that tonight, especially out of the last fight. But this fight right here, each fighter's just kind of waiting for that shot. And you come out here with a strategy. You come out, you kind of have your game plan in place, but you never know until those punches are thrown. And you can kind of see out of this fight right here is that they're just having a hard time finding that opening because you can see they're well trained. But from a judgment standpoint, it looks like the red corner may have the jab advantage as he has that reach. So blue corner may have to play his cards right tonight to come out here with a win. And you do want to see opponents make those mistakes too. You want to see them make those mistakes. That way you can just kind of ease your way into some points. And we just saw red corner just make a small mistake there as he but like I said, the officiating is right. See what happens here. Not a lot of action so far. They started off on the go, but right now they just kind of step back on the throttle. I guess they're just kind of pacing themselves, trying to last 3 rounds. That was a nice jab there. Too bad he didn't land it. As blue is just on the defense. So you just kind of see each fighter just really taking their time. Not a lot of footwork, not a lot of stuff happening, but we'll see what happens these next few rounds. We got 2 rounds left. I was able to get a bout sheet, so we got Jones out of the red corner and Clark out of the blue corner. And each fighter starting off really, really good. And it was a really, really relaxed fight. Not too many power punches landed. Not too many punches landed yet. But we have seen a lot of strategy. A lot of fighters just kind of sitting back waiting for that opening shot. I'm surprised he didn't take any body shots when he had him on the ropes there. That'd have been a good time to kind of wear his opponent down. And that's another thing you want to see. You want to see which fighter's kind of thinking when they're out there. You don't want them just to be going freestyling. They're moving around just waiting for that opening. And this is not a crowd-pleasing fight. You know, this is not one of those fights where you're going to see some punches landed. Each fighter's just waiting for that opportunity and waiting for that power punch. And that's what you see in this fight. You can hear the crowd hollering out the combos. You know, where's that 1-2, that 1-2, 2-4, you know? And we just kind of seen that a lot. Each fighter just waiting for an opening shot, and not high energy, not like the last fight we saw. There's another one. They kind of holding each other up. And for this to be an amateur bout, you think they would just try to just ease on the gas a little bit and try to make some of those heavy hitting punches, but you don't see that. You just kind of see each fighter just what it. Now here we go. Jones is on the attack. Red corner's on the attack, and that's what we want to see. And that's what people pay for when they see a fight. They want to see a brawl, but this is a really, really relaxed fight, and it's going to be hard to kind of judge because you can't really tell who's hitting and who's making the most impact here, because each fighter has just been sitting back, and just not a lot of punches landed. But he's got Clark in the corner, but there's the bell, and that would have been a good opportunity and a good chance to get some punches in. We'll see what happens last round. Here we go, ready for round 3. And looks like blue corner, Clark may. We'll see what happens when this fight is over. But Jones has just been really, really getting a lot of punches landed, and he's just been kind of sitting back. And blue may be losing the advantage because of the fact that he's not throwing a lot of punches. But we have seen that out of the red corner. He's been throwing a lot of punches and really, really been on top of it tonight. When it comes to defense, you see him dodge, move out of the way, and I see a lot of good footwork out of Clark. You know, he's been kind of on his toes, making sure he can set himself up for the good punch. Ooh, nice punch landed there, and there we go. And you see Jones in that last tangle up. He was just kind of taking some shots. And we just saw a haymaker out of there, and they're just kind of going at it now. This is the last. Oh, he's picking him up. Oh, he's going to lose some points there. Definitely not a good thing to do when you're in the ring. Yeah, he's going to lose some points there. That might have lost him the fight right there. Zeke just really, really not a good look when you pick your opponent up in the ring like that. But we'll see how it turns out here. Like I said, this is the 3rd round, so you see what anything can happen. See Jones Jones knows he has the advantage now, so he might just kind of let up on the gas and just kind of ride this thing out. But we'll see what happens if he goes for the kill. Zeke has to go for the kill right now because after oh yeah, he just landed a nice shot, power punch. Yeah, he's hurt. And this looks like Jones is going to take this thing. I mean, he just landed a nice shot, and they had to bring out the count because I don't think Zeke saw that one coming. He's got to go all out if he wants to impress him for this last round. But right now, he is definitely got his back against the wall. There's 10 seconds left, so he's got to come up with something. Still a lot of energy. He's still moving those hands, but there it is. It's in the hands of the judges now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 3rd fight, the winner of the Ralph Lynn Investment in the red corner, for Rodriguez Boxing, Trying Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, in the fourth bout, we have in the red corner, right here from the Youngstown Salem Boxing Club, we have Sugar Payne McCown. In the blue corner, we have from Pennsylvania's The Boys Boxing, Asher Noon.
Here we go, ready for another exciting round of boxing. This is a 75 weight division. These are just kids. I was able to talk to McCown before the fight, and he says this is his first fight. He loves Mike Tyson, and he loves the fact that his coach's name is Rocky. So we'll see how he does as Noon is starting off already. Let's see how McCown is able to muster up for his first fight. And you see each fighter just coming out on the attack. You can tell these are young kids full of energy and a lot of movement for these two fighters. And you just never know how they're going to develop over time. But they're not afraid. That's what you want to see. You want to see them attack. You want to see them go on offense and on defense. But right now, McCown, and it just looks like he's been on defense. Noon is making some amazing shots out of the blue corner. So this is a street fight so far. Not a lot of strategy like we saw last fight. Now, those are a little bit more mature, older, seasoned fighters. But right now, we see a lot. This is a street fight, and that's what you can expect out of some young fighters. But we'll see who comes home with the glory. McCown, once again, he's able to land a nice little left jab there, but they're just going at it, and then that's what you want to see out of these young fighters. You want to see who can take home the glory. That was a good round. All right, we're going to get ready to start round two. It's very, very hard to see who took that first round. McCown, this is his first fight, but he looks pretty good out there for a young fighter. A lot of movement, these kids are ready. They're ready, and they're not afraid. And look at it, he's coming out already throwing some nice heavy punches. I said this is a street fight, and they got a lot of endurance. As he wants to impress his mommy and dad. He wants to impress his fans. And we see these two fighters going at it. Noon is just kind of waiting for the opening, but McCown is staying on him. He's keeping him on the ropes. And these are some young fighters. You don't see a lot of structure out of young fighters sometimes. You just kind of see them going at it, but they got a lot on their plate. They want to look good. They want to win, but there's not a lot of technique sometimes. But you do see blue corner Noon taking some shots there. That shows that he's thinking, and that's what you do want to see. When you see fighters tied up like that, you want to see who knows how to wear their opponent down with those extra shots. And this is what we see tonight. And there's the bell. They said these 75-pounders are good. They're going at it. All right, we're getting ready for another round here, round three. As we don't know who's got the advantage, but we have seen McCown land a lot of punches. And we have seen Noon just really, really sit back and wait on his punches. He's been real smart. And now we just see this has been a street brawl the whole fight, and that's been what we have seen out of these two fighters. Oh man, and that's what you don't want to see. You don't want to see that sloppiness in the last round. You want to see a little bit structure. You want to see a little bit more attacking, knowing what you're doing, and that's what you got to see out of these 75-pounders. But you do see Noon taking those extra shots when he's tied up with McCown, and that could be wearing McCown down, as McCown is just kind of dragging along. Looks like he's being pulled by his pigtails, but he is trying to stay in the fight. But Noon is staying on him. He might know what's at stake, but he's got him tied up and tangled up, and he's just taking those extra shots to kind of wear McCown down. This is a street fight. I mean, that's what you're seeing. That's what you're seeing right now. Two little fighters just going at it for the crowd. And there's the bell. We'll see what happens now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Britain Motors belt. From the blue corner, Ashton News. Hey, for your fifth belt tonight, in the red corner from Cannibal Boxing and MMA, Vasily Smolio. And in the blue corner from Toledo, Ohio, Hassan Cliff.
We're ready for another fight here, around fight 4. It was kind of hard to see McCowan go down, but it looked good. But I said it was just, that's how it is when you land in the hands of the judges. But we're here for another round of boxing here. Let's see, we got a little bit older fighters. See what they can do. They're coming out heavy right now. I mean, you see some heavy boxing when they come out like that. That just shows that they're just just ready, and that's that adrenaline pumping. And Smolios just kind of comes out, and I don't know if they label that a knockout, but Cliff, I don't think he saw that coming, and I'm pretty sure he did not prepare for that. Smolios just really came out. I mean, they both really came out swinging. But let's hope he didn't get an early knockout. And I don't think Cliff really considered that a knockdown because he just kind of slipped. But they're just swinging away. Anytime you see fighters come out just pumped up and that adrenaline is flowing, you always ask yourself if they can last a whole 3 rounds, if they can keep that endurance going, or they're going to run out of gas. He's using that little strategy, trying to get an opening just to kind of put his glove out there. That's an old school move. They're going at it. I mean, this is a brawl. This definitely is a brawl. Not a lot of punches being landed, but you do see a lot of swinging. Yeah, that'll end it for the first round. All right, we're getting ready for round 2. Looks like Smolios may have took that last round. Smolios is in. We see Cliff. Like I say, when you hear this trainer probably talking to him, you probably told him just kind of wait for those open shots. You see these fighters. I mean, they're going all out. I mean, this is hands. These are all hands. Don't tell him what his corner told him. He probably said you got to lay on the throttle a little bit. You got this guy. He's coming out with his high energy. You got to tone him down by getting back on the attack. That's probably what Cliff's corner probably told him. You see Smolios is just continue to go at it out of that red corner. Cliff is he's really just kind of been really just relaxed. He's just trying to find an opening, but Smolios is keeping his advantage and keeping he's staying on the offense because he continues to have Cliff backing up and moving, and it's really wearing him down. And you saw that last round when he fell. That's what you saw. You saw Smolios is on the attack, and he's just not prepared for this kind of energy. But he might regain himself here with that. He's using that jab. Cliff just seems a little bit more structured. He just seems like he has his opponent well thought out in his mind, and that's what you see while he's making these punches right there. He's just keeping the jab, waiting for an opening. But let's see if he can pull this thing off. Smolios might be wearing down out of the red corner. That's it for the second round. All right, here we go. Round 3, final round of boxing. And these fighters have been going at it for these first 2 rounds. And none of them has let off the throttle. Now, we did see Cliff kind of just relax out of the blue corner that last round, but he was making some smart punches and he was landing them. But we'll see how Smolios just kind of rebounds after that last round. it was really hard to see who took the first round, but he just landed. Ooh, Cliff has landed some really power punches right there. A few hooks. We didn't see the uppercut, but we saw some hooks in there. No body shots, not too many body shots. These fighters are just. This is a good fight, and this is what you do want to see when you come out and you see these older guys go at it. And you see, another one landed with the right there. Oh, Cliff is really rebounding in this third round. Somalios looks like he's on the run here, as Cliff may have hurt him with some of those punches. Now he's just kind of relaxing, just kind of riding this thing out. I think he's kind of hoping that they labeled that a knockout for that first round. That'll really give him an advantage, because I think Cliff may have hit him. And that's how it gets when you get days like that. Oh, yeah, another one landed. Another hook. They're going all out for these last 10 seconds. This is boxing at its best. Somalios looks a little bit exhausted. He looks exhausted. Cliff wore him out that last 10 seconds. Let's see what the judges, what they say.
Okay, the winner of the 5th bout tonight, the winner of the Embassy of Boardman belt, in the blue corner, Hassan Cliff. Okay, we have a couple ladies here in the 6th bout for the night. In the red corner, we're right here at the Youngstown Salem Boxing Club, Lily Sykes. In the blue corner, from Marion County Boxing, Kaylee Clark.
All right, here we go, a round of boxing with two ladies, young ladies, 115-pounders going at it. I was able to talk to Sykes before this fight, and she just said this is her first fight. She plans on trying to do this as a pro. Now, Clark is from out of town, so we'll see how these fighters are formed up. And she said she was training pretty hard. She wants to do it for her mom, so let's see what happens here. Well, she comes out swinging, too. Just comes out with a nice left hook there. And Clark is just kind of soaking it in. You look at their defense. These fighters have got some really good defense. And Clark is on the attack. She might have her hurt. Oh man, she is on the attack. She smells blood. She smells blood. Man. And that's what you when you see these girls go at it and they sense fear like that and they go on the attack, you just gotta kind of hope and pray for the other fighter, because she smells blood. I mean, look at her. Let's just hope Sykes is experienced enough to get back in it, to get some heavy punches landed, because Clark is on the attack. She's kind of feeling her out. Okay, they're just kind of laying it down now. She's just let off the gas a little bit, but she's just being real smart. And you don't see her moving, but you do see Sykes moving around. Clark is just kind of sitting there waiting for an opening. And you got to think, is she taunting her opponent like this? I mean, there she goes. Oh, I don't think she has much respect for Sykes in the ring here. I mean, she's not moving. She just kind of, and she's landing some of those power punches. And I think that's what she sees. She might just see Sykes as an inexperienced fighter, because, man, this girl Clark looks pretty good. We're getting ready to start the second round. Now let's hope Sykes can land this thing out, because this girl has got a lot of confidence. I mean, she's coming out swinging. So let's hope Sykes can land some punches here and at least last this thing out. But Clark, she just looks like she's a fighter. You can tell this has been something she's been doing her life, probably her entire life. I mean, she's moving. She's got a lot of structure, a lot of confidence. I mean, she's just waiting for the opening shot. Let's hope Sykes can last. This opponent, this first fight for her is a lot. This is a lot to handle, but she's hanging in there. We see her coming out, and she's throwing. She's doing a lot of movement too. For nice ladies about here. But Clark I think what has her above the rest is the fact that she just looks like she's got a handle on this ring. The way she's moving around, and on top of that, she just seems like she's just kind of just waiting for her opponent to open up. Her opponent is coming at her with some jabs, a few hooks there, but she's just kind of standing her ground. And I mean, look at her footwork. This girl looks like a professional fighter at her age, and that's pretty good. That's what you want to see. She's well trained. I think what they look at is they look at that swagger. That's what she's got. She's got that swagger in the ring. They're just kind of just judging, and I guess they're just kind of see maybe there's some equipment failure here. But Sykes gets a little bit of time to rest. And you could tell she took her laps around the block for this fight because she's hanging in there for this to be her first fight. When I talked to her, she said she was pretty ready. You know, she was just ready to just see what happens. But for this to be her first fight, she does not look that bad. She actually looks pretty good. She's taking on a really well-trained fighter here. I think they're just kind of making sure the blood. She's got some blood. Not afraid to take a hit either, so that's not bad. No, let's see if she can last this last round. But whenever you see women fight, you know, especially when they're at this age, they're young. You know, you don't know what much more you can ask for, you know. But this is actually a good fight. But they get in there and they're hanging tough. But this girl Clark, this is a whole another level here that we're seeing for her to be this age. They're going at it, and like this is what we've seen. I mean, Clark has just been on the attack out of the blue corner, and she's not letting up. I mean, this is about as close as you can get to an actual structured street fight. But let's see if Sykes can last this last round. They got the coach in the ring. If she can last this last round. Oh, they're gonna call it. I think they're gonna call it. Oh, they're gonna call it. She gave it her all. But like I said, when you come in that ring with swagger like that, no one on the corner has got too much swagger like that. And she came out with swagger and patience, and she just really looked like she had the form and she was ready for this fight. So they're gonna call it a night for Sykes. But give her. I mean, you gotta. When it comes to sportsmanship, she was brave enough to get in the ring, brave enough to go at it, and that's a good thing. And she did give it her all. So. Not a hard decision for the judges to make here because, I mean, this girl Clark, she's getting ready for the world. They're going to call this thing, and like I said, I hope Sykes stays at it because she did not look that bad. She actually looked pretty good for her first fight. Clark just might have been, just because of the fact that it was her first fight, she just might have been a little too much. But it looks like she's got a nosebleed. But she hung in there. She looked really good. Came out with the jab. She kept on defense. Had a lot of footwork. She was well ready. Looked like she had the endurance. But Clark just looked like she had a little bit too much confidence. It looks like she smelled blood and found her opponent's weakness. And she went all out with those power punches. And when you go all out with power punches like that and you're landing them, that's not good for any fighter on defense, and that's what you saw. Let's see what happens.
The winner of the A&B cleaning belt. Due to the referee stopping the contest in the second round, the winner from the blue corner, from Marion Area Boxing, Carolyn Clark.
All right, here we go. Ready for another fight here. We got Carter out of the red corner and Morton out of the blue corner. Let's get ready for another amazing fight. Last fight was pretty hard. Hardcore.
So after this, we do have about a 10-minute intermission, so stop out the lobby for some food and drink. Okay, the fight here in the red corner, from Top Level Boxing, Markel Carter. In the blue corner, from Marion Area Boxing, Sean Horton.
All right, here we go, another 3 rounds of amazing boxing. We got some 165 pounders here. Clark and Morton. Well, I'm sorry, make sure I get this right. Carter and Morton. So Carter out of the red corner, and Morton starts off real fast with taking the first shot with that jab. Morton looks like he's just kind of going to go speed demon here. Horton. Oh, Horton is coming out. Make sure I get that right. So you see Carter just kind of stepping back off the gas, and Horton is Horton looks like he's got a lot of defense. I mean, he's moving around there and dancing. And the biggest thing that I think is going to determine this fight here is the fact that Carter has got that reach and he's got that jab. So Horton is going to have to either go downstairs or he's going to have to do like Mike Tyson used to be with that peekaboo strategy. He looks like he's got the endurance to do it. So let's see how this turns out. And they're just kind of waiting it out now. But, oh, man. Little left-hand haymaker thrown by Horton. Carter looks like he's got the advantage, though. He's just, when you see fighters with that presence like that, and the other fighter just looks like they're always on a run, it's got to be scary for the trainers, especially for the coaches, because you always want to see your fighter having the other fighter on the run. But Carter just looks like he's got his opponent. It looks like he's got that reach. He's got that just control of the ring. This is the last thing we saw last fight, where she just looked like she had so much control of the ring that Sky just couldn't keep up. So this fight right here, when you see Horton coming out so strong, and you see Carter just kind of like he's just got that confidence as if he knows he's going to win it. And when you see fighters like that, especially when they're in the ring, that's how you know they've got potential. But Horton is a fighter. You can tell he's a street fighter, and you can tell he wants to land some of these punches because he's going all out. And he is landing them, and that might be his advantage right there, is the fact that he's got the energy, he's got that little man's strength, and he's not letting down. Now when you see Carter with confidence like that, and you see somebody who's got the heart of a champion, which is somebody like Horton, and that's the advantage too, when you got that heart. But right now he looks like he's got Carter just kind of dazed. I think Carter may have had the confidence, but I think Horton may have knocked some sense in him with a few of those punches that he just landed. I mean, this is a good fight. They're just really just eyeing down each other, and I think they got respect for each other now. There's no these fighters are not taking each other lightly. All right, we're getting ready for another round here, and I'm pretty sure Carter's corner out of the red probably told him, he probably said, you're going to have to go mix this thing up, because this kid Horton is not backing down. So I'm pretty sure that's probably what he was telling him. He said you're going to have to probably stay on the attack, move around, and maybe wear him out by going to the body a little bit. But these are actual fighters right here, and you can tell that their future is bright by the fact that just the control that they have on the ring. And Horton just looks like he is it looks like he is not afraid, and that's what his advantage is he knows he's facing a giant here who's got reach, may have a little bit more height than him. I mean, the guy just threw an uppercut, and if it wasn't in the air, it would have been on his face. But this guy Horton is definitely not to be taken lightly. Carter just kind of swinging, and Horton has got the advantage now. If he goes on the attack, and which he's doing, this is a smart fighter. He knows he has Carter. Like, Carter might just be a little bit tired, and Horton might have to go on the attack here because he looks like he's got the endurance. And he's taking the shots to the body, wearing him down. This is one of those fights where you just got to take a second look. You've got to see which fighter has kept the pace throughout the whole fight. Nice shot there, power punch thrown by Horton. He's going to the body. He's trying to wear Carter down, and it's working. Definitely is working. Even when he's tied up, this is a well-trained fighter, and they both look pretty good. But right now, Horton is really showing who's got the endurance right now. He's got speed, if he had a little bit more reach, he'd be dangerous. But he's still dangerous, just the way he's able to keep control of this ring. I mean, they're waiting. There it is. He's using that jab. He's gonna have to rely on that jab to get to this fight because Horton is staying busy. He's staying busy. Just hear his corner calling him out. You're wasting too much time. You got to stay on the attack. Wear him down. You got to wear him down. But Carter knows he's got that insurance policy with that jab. And maybe that's what his plan is. Maybe he's going to wear Horton out into the third round. But Horton's not letting off the throttle. I mean, this guy's got energy. He just took a shot right there. Man, that might have got under Carter's skin a little bit. Maybe it'll bring the beast out of him. Who knows? We got one more round of boxing. All right, here we go to the third and final round. As we've seen some good qualified fighting tonight. Good quality fighters. Very well trained. Horton has really been on offense the whole night. Carter started off really, really good. He had Horton on the run, but Horton just kind of turned the tides a little bit and was able to just kind of maintain control. You just see him. I mean, he's able to get inside somehow. He knows he's got the height disadvantage, Horton, out of the blue corner, and he's able to somehow manage to squeak those punches in, and that's what we see. That's a difference maker. And on top of that, he's got the energy. This is the third round, and he still looks like he's got a lot in the tank. Carter's just been kind of sitting back, just waiting for the openings, but Horton hasn't given him any openings. He's kept his hands up, kept the footwork going, and he was just kind of able to bully his way back into here. I mean, look at that. He's waiting for his opponent to let up, and that's what you see. He's just waiting on an opening, keeping Carter on the move. This is definitely one of those fights that you'll remember. As Carter right now is, if he didn't have that reach, we would be seeing a different fight here. Look at Horton. I mean, this guy is just really he's got that swagger. You know, he's just moving around, able to get that punch in, and I mean, look at it. He's ready. He's ready, and that's what we want to see out of the blue corner. I mean, when you're a little guy like that, you got to come in the ring well prepared and ready to fight. And Carter's this is just, you know, they just kind of had these pause moments, and then you'll get a little spurt of excitement out of each fighter. But Carter's just kind of buying his time right now. But Horton's got the advantage. I mean, he's definitely landed some punches. And look at that right there. Look at that. That's a left. That's a left and a right. And we saw him mix it up tonight too. Sometimes he went downstairs, went to the body. And there we go. Nice little uppercut by Carter that he didn't land, but that's it. Carter had his chance, but I think Horton we'll see what happens here. I don't want to be the judge, but we'll see what happens.
Hey, the winner of the Jensen Lock and Alarm belt. The winner in the blue corner from Marion Area Boxing, Sean Horton. And once again, we will have about a 20-minute intermission to speakers and food and drink. Ladies and gentlemen, you're ready for some fireworks tonight for your special feature belt. In the red corner, from right here at the Youngstown Salem Boxing Club, in the blue corner, clear from Kentucky's Technical Boxing, Ali Alabama.
All right, we are back, and this is a big fight, special bout with Farina coming in as the favorite, Ali. And this is going to be all skill, and whichever fighter can come out on top. That is the question that remains. Each fighter has been well prepared, so let's see what happens. Now Giovanni is more of an attack fighter, comes out firing. Let's see if Ali can keep him out of his range, keep him out of his reach. Ali definitely has the reach advantage and the height advantage. This is going to be a good fight. G has the crowd advantage. As you can see already, the crowd has been very, very pumped up. Ooh, he just landed a nice jab there to start it off. And Ali just seems like he's just keeping his poise, relaxed, patient fighter. Footwork looks good, so you can tell he's ready for this fight. They both come out exchanging. Each fighter just kind of sitting back, just waiting for that opening. Ali does not look like he's gonna just be a joke or he's gonna back down tonight, even though Giovanni's probably the favorite. You see Ali just coming out. Seems like he's well trained. You know, he's just waiting for the opening. Giovanni is one of those fighters that if he smells blood, he's gonna attack. So Ali's gonna definitely have to keep him off of him for these next 3 rounds. And Farina is just, like I said, he's keeping his guard up. Seasoned fighter, ready to go pro. Only lost 3 fights, but he looks ready. And even in the interview, he seems like he's ready. He's got a lot at stake. You know, a lot of people are looking at him, seeing what he can do, seeing if he can represent the Youngstown area, local Mahoning Valley. You can see Ali just really buying his time, making sure he's just waiting for his opening, and that's what he's doing. That's what great fighters do. You know, he's making sure he doesn't get boxed in, staying on defense. He's maintaining control of this fight by the fact that you can see he's got that confidence. He's not going to go down easy. This might be a challenge for Farina. As they're tied up. We're going to have to see some swinging going on here. You know, not a lot of punches landed so far. But that's what we want to see. We want to see these fighters kind of attack. And Ali just almost answered the call there. But we want to see more of that so we can see some punches getting landed. We don't want to see too much of a boring fight. We want to see something happen. These fighters are tied up. They're just kind of wrestling each other around the ring. You know, you got to give the fans what they pay for. You know, you got to give them a good brawl. Ooh, nice body shot right there. Almost went up top with the left hand by Ali. Now these fighters just kind of moving around. Giovanni's definitely looking for the opening, but he's kind of making himself wide open when Ali comes in. They said the ref's gonna have to break that up because he's just kind of opened himself up when they get tied up, and that's a chance for Ali to get some shots in. There's another hook by Ali as he's holding him. You better hope he doesn't get any points taken off, and that shows that they're tired. You know, and this is only the first round. There's still a lot of boxing left, and so far this has been a sloppy fight. There you go. That's what we want to see. Giovanni's on the attack. He took a shot up top. Ooh, he came in with a nice power punch there. Yeah, there's the bell. Man. All right, we go second round. Let's see if they'll pick it up this round. Maybe we'll see a little bit more fighting. See, Ali seems like he's not a bad fighter. He's got the reach. Giovanni looks like he was on the attack. Each fighter just looked a little bit sloppy as they were tying each other up. And you want to see a little bit more fight, a little bit more punches landed, a little bit more structure this round. You don't see each fighter kind of dancing around either, but you do see them doing good defense work, keeping their guard up. This is another one of those fights where they're just looking for the opening, just kind of buying their time. Not too much swinging, but you do see some punches landed there by Ali as he's going to the body, mixing it up a little bit. And that's dirty right there. You know, when you see them tying each other up like that, that's going to wear somebody down the wrong way. Maybe that's a strategy, you know, just to come in here, hold him up, and just land those punches. I mean, these are smart fighters. You know, they've been in the ring quite a bit, so maybe that's what his strategy is. Tie him up a little bit. You know, make sure he doesn't get in any shots. Maybe that's his strategy. I mean, you never know. He knows Giovanni likes to go downstairs, likes to box. He doesn't have the reach advantage, so maybe that's his plan, just to tie him up, wear him down, get in his head a little bit, and then go for the power punches in the end. Who knows? It might work, but right now he's got control. He's been landing some punches. We got to see Giovanni swing a little bit more. He's going downstairs. It'd be nice if he bring up the uppercut. You know, go switch up the combos a little bit. this is a good fight for combos because each fight is they're not on the attack. They're setting themselves up for some punches, and that's when you see combos work at their best. You see Giovanni just kind of there we go. But there we go again. Ali is just holding him. And you know, he's got to have footage on this fighter because he's holding him at the right time. He's holding, and then he's able to land some of those punches. So he's wearing him down. You know, when you feel those punches hit the head, it does strike some fear in you. So this guy Ali's it's a dirty strategy, but it might work. It might actually get him some points. You know, there's another jab landed, left jab, straight to the face. I mean, this guy Ali is not a walkover. And there he goes again. He's back on the fence. He's got Giovanni cornered. I mean, Ali's going downstairs. This is a very, very patient fighter. He's able to execute the jab, create space, and set himself up with some body shots. This is a good fight. Moving downstairs, going up top with the hook. I mean, he's just buying his time on this round, and he knows. It's almost like he knows how to keep his energy up, keep the gas in the tank. He's not wearing himself out. I mean, this guy Ali is not a bad fighter. There we go. He's tied up. Is Giovanni tired? He might be tired. This guy Ali is definitely. There's the bell. One more round of fighting left. All right, here we go. Last round of boxing. Giovanni's going to have to pick it up this last round. Definitely going to have to land some more punches. The referee's calling for some time. You probably see some blood. And Ali's been in control of this fight, especially the second round. First round is probably up in the air, but this is a good fight. I mean, each fighter just seems like they're just well prepared. Ali's coming in with he's just got a nice strategy. He's able to buy his time with the jab, create space, keep his fighter moving. Now look at him, they're going at it this last one. Oh! Hey! That's not going to be good. That's not good. Looks like the referee's going to call it. The referee's going to call it after that. Slam this fighter. Threw away a good fight. Man, that's not what you want to see when fighters get frustrated like that. And that's how Ali was able to win it. He got in his head, and Giovanni just couldn't take it anymore. I think the referee's going to call it, or let's see what happens. Are they going to let it? No, I think they're going to call it. Oh, man. It was a good fight, and Ali just got under his skin, and that's probably what he wanted to do. And you can see it really affected Giovanni. He slammed him to the ground, to the mat, and the referee's going to call the fight. Man. Any given fight.
Logan Love. And the blue corner from Youngstown Sailor Boxing Club, Shamee Reed.
All right, we're ready for another exciting bout here. This is the 187 bout, or 187 pound bout. We got Reed and Love. Reed is out of the blue corner and Love is out of the red corner. We just saw a very, very terrible ending to a great recipe for a good fight. Let's hope these fighters can keep their mental. That's half the battle, when you can keep your mental. Here we go, starting the first round. As Reed starts off throwing the first shot, he's just going to go downstairs. Now Love has got the reach, so we'll see how Reed is able to being able to keep him back. I mean, he's definitely a tall fighter, so Reed has got his hands full as he's just kind of keeping that jab. Here's Reed. He's going to have to sneak in those punches, try to find a way to land some of those punches, as they're starting off already. His Love is just, and you know, I think Love knows he's got the reach, and we'll see who's got the power. Oh man, he knocked his helmet off. It's going to be a gear check. You know, we've seen that happen quite a bit, where these fighters, they'll lose their gear in the ring. We saw with the women's fight tonight, where she almost lost her mouthpiece. So that just shows you the level that they're at. I mean, they're amateurs, but they're fighting and anticipating just to try to be pros. I mean, they're throwing out all the stocks. I mean, these are whenever you see somebody's headgear falls off like that, that means they're giving it their all in the ring. And that's what's good. That's what's good right now, just for these amateur fights. As Reed comes out, they're touching gloves. Good sportsmanship. He's keeping his confidence, even though he had a little bit of delay, a little bit of time to rest. You know, that might be to his advantage as he goes downstairs, goes up top. And Love is going to have to keep his distance, because Reed is one of those fighters where he likes to stay on the attack. You know, Love's got the advantage with the jab and the height and the reach, but Reed might have the speed and the agility, being able to come in and just going to try to create that open shot where he can get in, and that's what you see. You know, he's being real smart. He knows that Love has that jab, so he's ducking, and he's trying to find that opening, and that's how he's going to have to win this fight. Another gear malfunction, which is going to, you know, that might play into his advantage though if he's having some gear problems, because it gives him time to rest up. They're going to swap out his headgear, try to tape it down, but that gives him time to rest up. But one thing about this kid Love is he gets time to rest up too. But Reed is coming out firing, so if he gets time to rest, you know, maybe it might give him the advantage. But Love is definitely landing some punches. He's been able to land quite a few so far, and we've seen Reed just kind of ducking and moving. And when you got to move like that wears you out. You know, that's body movement, and he's able to. But he is keeping his strategy going. He's able to dodge that jab, but he's going to have to do that the whole fight, because Love's got the advantage when it comes to the reach. There we go again. So Reed's playing his cards right, and that's good. That's good. Now let's see if he can get some of them body shots in. You know, this is almost like that. You see, if he can get one of those haymakers in and cause some damage, but he's going to be on the run the whole fight with Love having that height and reach advantage. But he's got to wear him down. He's going to have to play his opponent very, very smart. You know, he's going to have to let him throw some punches, let him wear himself out. And Reed knows he has the endurance. So when he sees his opponent wearing himself out, he's going to have to go on the attack. And that was a good round of boxing. We're getting ready to start this round two now. We cannot forget, a lot of this is what we're seeing when it comes to these fighters, when it comes to their technique, and it comes to how they're able to maintain their mental in the ring. It all boils down to training and coaches. And in each fight, we've seen a different style, a different level of movement. But this particular fight here, we're seeing Reed, who knows his opponent's got that reach. But Reed is going to have to wear him down. He's going to have to go on attack mode pretty soon, because you still got 2 rounds. You got one more round left, and we're into the second round. So you see it right there. He's able to sneak his way in and land some punches, which is good. He's going to have to keep that up the whole fight. Reed is thinking, and that's what you want to see when you have two 187-pounders going at it. Big fighters, you got to see some punches landed, though, especially up top. You got to see Reed go downstairs to the body. He's going to have to wear Love out. He's going to have to wear him out. He's got, ooh, nice punch landed there. That's what makes fighters different, and that's good. This is a strategy. He's thinking in the ring. He's able to keep his opponent moving. Jamie Reed is putting on a nice show here, and this looks good. He's not going in crazy. He's making smart decisions. This is a good fight. Ooh, nice punch landed there. Reed has the advantage. He's keeping his energy. I mean, this kid is thinking. He's doing it the right way. He's got to be in the corner if he goes on the attack. But he's pacing himself. He had a chance to really get Love down, but he's just buying his time. He knows he's probably got the judge's decisions because he's landed some heavy punches. So now he's just going to probably wait this thing out, and he's even throwing some uppercuts. He's making smart punches, moving up and down, and his footwork looked good. Good round by Reed. Good round. Okay, so I think they're going to call this fight. See the fighters taking off their gear. So I'm assuming somebody must have got hurt. I was getting geared up for the third round, and I saw Reed taking his gear off first. So I guess they're going to call this fight and we'll see what happened. It's amazing seeing it. I mean, these fighters were coming out, and they were coming out with so much juice. You thought it was going to last the whole 3 rounds. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they call. Something must have happened. We'll call the fight. I mean, Reed did have the advantage. He was kind of gaining steam. You did want to see another round of boxing. So when you see the fight end like that abruptly, something must have took place. Maybe he lost a tooth or something. It's hard to see from this angle up here. But he's definitely ready for another round. You know, we saw Reed just really gaining the momentum at the end, and he was. Let's see what they call.
The winner of the pathway for independence goal, the second round referee stoppage in the blue corner, the winner of Youngstown State Boxing Club, All right. 147-pound class in the red corner from Youngstown State Boxing Club, Benito Hernandez. In the blue corner from Pennsylvania's Raw Boxing, who is Corbin.
We're ready for another exciting round of boxing. Another match, as we got some young fighters. I was able to talk to Ramirez before the fight. He was able to be interviewed, and he said he was ready for this fight. Province, I think he's probably going to come in with a different state of mind, coming from out of town. So we'll see how this fight earns out. Ramirez comes out as Province comes out on the attack. He just comes out moving, and like I said, whenever you see a fighter come out with that much energy, you got to ask yourself, can they keep that same amount of energy for 3 rounds? And we see Ramirez landing some punches there. The Province he's just on the attack. That's that adrenaline. You know, you've got the crowd, you got everybody around. You want to look good. As James Brown would say, you want to look good, smell good, and you want to move good at the same time. And that's what we see out of it starting out early. But you got to realize there's still a lot of boxing left. Ramirez is able to get that jab, and he's definitely keeping his cool. This kind of now he's landing some punches. He just landed some nice head punches there, and that'll knock the sense into you right there. And we'll probably see Province back down. Oh, a nice one landed. Oh, he's landing him. If he keeps that up, we might see a knockout. you got to realize those punches, when you get hit like that, that doesn't feel good. Definitely get dazed a little bit. You get a little bit weak in the knees, and the next thing you know, it's lights out. So if Ramirez can keep those punches coming, well, he's definitely hitting them. He's hitting that speed bag, and he's landing those punches, and that's what's going to decide this fight. So far, a nice power punch landed there. If he'd have directly landed that, it might have been lights out. He's definitely gained Province's respect now, because we saw Province come out on the attack. He's just kind of backing off a little bit, but he's staying in the game here. This is a good fight. Province is kind of backing him down with that jab. I always call that the insurance policy shot. You know, you never know when you're going to need it. That'll do it for round one. This is round two. Ramirez looking really, really good. And you can tell he's got the endurance because his footwork is still going. And there's another pause in the action. You know, you see that sometimes in these amateur fights. But the good thing is they get to rest up a little bit, you know, get their energy. But Ramirez is looking really, really good. He's real just relaxed, keeping his composure in the ring. But Province is still coming in with those itty-bitty shots. And he's landing some of them too, and that's real dangerous. You know, Ramirez is definitely, he's probably ready for this thing to be over because he probably knows he's got the advantage when it comes to landing punches. But he's still got a whole 2 rounds left, so, there's another one landed right there. You know, and this is a respectable fight because each fighter has been really going at it, landing some punches, swinging. This is hands down a good fight. You know, you like to see some of these fighters just start hitting some of the body shots. You don't see a lot of that in fighters taking advantage of the body. You know, those body shots wear opponents down just as much as the going up top does. And Province is just all fight. You've seen him go for the kill, going up top, and it's really going to wear him down if he can keep his endurance, because that takes a lot out of you when you especially if you don't land those punches and you're swinging. But Ramirez has been able to keep him, and he's been able to land a lot of punches, and that's going to be his advantage for the night. I mean, Province is keeping those 1-2 punches coming though. He's got his combos down. But what's determining the fight is the fact that Ramirez has been able to land so many of his combos. And, he could be wearing down. He could be tired. He looks a little bit tired in there. Let's see if Province can attack. Well, Province is on the attack. We got a brawl here. This has been a really good fight. Each fighter looks really, really strong. Really, really strong. There's a bell. Another round in the history books. All right, here we go. Let's count down time now because this is the final round. And so far, we've had a really good fight. Benito Ramirez is looking really, really good. Really, really prized fighter. And Province has stayed on the throttle. So this will determine it right here. As you can see, they come out swinging already. These fighters were both ready. You can see they have the endurance because they're still at it. They're still gas in the tank. Nice punches being landed there. This is a great fight, you know, especially when you see them last in the 3 rounds, when they're able to go out swinging, come out swinging, and then swinging. But Ramirez knows he's got to win this round. And I think that's why he's just really, really just trying to set himself up for another big power shot. Another one landed right there. That's going to make the difference right there. Oh, another one landed. Nice, nice. Yeah, Ramirez is getting those shots, and that's going to determine this fight. Because he's able to land so many shots, and Province looks tired. Whenever you see your opponent leading on you like that, that's how you know when you got him beat. I once heard a guy say at a football game, if you see the other team laying down, but Province he's hanging in there. He's getting that second win. You know, when he looks like he's tired, he comes back. But he's keeping his head up, and he's not going down without a fight. But Ramirez is landing. Benito is, they're calling him out. Oh, man, if he'd have landed that haymaker. They're going at the jab. Oh, he's swinging with the hook. Ramirez looks a little tired. I mean, he's giving it his all the whole fight. Each fighter just looks a little tired. They've worn themselves out. You know, and when you come out with that much firepower, you've got to go the whole 3 rounds. This is not over yet. They got to keep going. Keep tugging along. And that's what they're going to call it. Oh, it's in the hands of the judges now.
And the winner of our 10th bout tonight in the J.M. Dillon Construction belt. The winner from the red corner. From the New York Their 11th bout for tonight out of the red corner. From Fight for Love Always Boxing, Devin Williams. In the blue corner, from Ohio Blue Shield Boxing, Devon Mason.
We're ready for another fabulous round of fighting here. We saw last fight. You got to give it up for the officiating crew, able to maintain the momentum and justice here tonight. As we've seen some good fights and some fighters, you know, just trying to use them old strategies of holding and stuff. But we got to give it up for the officiating crew tonight. As Williams is definitely coming out here. You're definitely coming out on a defense. As Mason starts off fresh, and you can kind of hear him saying, "Don't wait." And we've seen a lot of that tonight, just the waiting and just the relaxing, waiting for a good punch. We've seen some fights where they've gone on all out, and but there's nice jab there by Mason. He was able to land one of those shots, and each of these fighters look pretty evenly matched, you know. They both look like they've got speed. But you see Mason. I mean, he's going for some strong punches here early. And here's corner just basically tell him, you know, take advantage. If you see that opening, take it. Williams is trying to rely on that jab. Mason is going for the kill. I mean, he's going for some kill shots. Just hope he doesn't wear himself out in the meantime. Moving down, going up top. 1-2. He's able to keep him on the ropes. You know, Mason looks in control of this fight so far. As Williams is trying to looking for that opening. These look like some strong fighters. They look powerful too. Mason looks really, really strong, landing some of those shots. He just landed a body shot. Now you got to think, when you take a shot to the ribs like that, that's going to last. So Mason looks in control of this fight as he was able to land a nice right-hand body shot. And Williams is definitely keeping his guard up, but red corner's definitely going to have to catch up, because right now Mason looks in control. All right, we're ready for round 2. And so far we got a nice little display of boxing. Each fighter looks really, really evenly matched. Mason might have took that last round. He was able to land some good body shots, able to go up top. We saw him mix it up. Definitely got the combos going tonight. Not a lot landed, but Mason's got him on the ropes. He's got him in the corner. Williams is going to have to get out of that corner, and Mason knows he's got him where he wants him. Like I said, the referees have just done a good job of officiating tonight. Williams is going to have to land some punches. And I think Mason knows that. I think that's why he's trying to stay on the offense there. Once Williams gets confidence and he starts getting fired up here, you might see a different fight. But right now, Mason's definitely got control. But each fighter definitely looks evenly matched. They both look like they've got really, really good control in that ring. Just and you just don't know what to expect out of each fighter. But you do want to see a little bit more fighting. You know, I want to see what these guys can do. Right now they're just kind of moving around, waiting for an open shot. But this is one of those fights where you just want to kind of see what they can do. You want to see who's got what it takes. You know, you want to see if they got the power, they've got the movement. And right now they're just kind of just buying each other's time, just trying to get that open shot. Some fights are like that, where you'll see a brawl, you'll see fighters go at it toe to toe, and some fights you'll see them just kind of die down and just wait for those open shots to make sure those combos are working. But right now, there we go again. Mason has just kind of eased him into a corner, and that's how he can gain the advantage tonight, if he could keep that going. It's hard to tell if that's his strategy or not, but right now they're just kind of just dancing around and just not really doing too much, but you'll see what happens. It's going downstairs. Williams tried to land that right hook. Oh, there we go. Now that's what we want to see. Okay, maybe that's what he's going to do. Just get him at the end of the round. We're ready for a third and final round. So you can close out. It's going to be a hard one for the judges because not too many punches have been landed or thrown. But I mean, we've seen some power punches try, but I think these fighters just kind of waiting for that opening shot. And it's kind of hard to land it when you've got evenly matched. You know, the reach is evenly matched, speed seems to be evenly matched. So I mean, sometimes you see fighters when they're evenly matched. Sometimes you see them go at it. But these fighters definitely, they're thinking in the ring, and you just see Mason just continues to maintain control. You can definitely tell he's throwing the most punches, but not a lot of them have been landed. And Williams is just waiting for that opportunity to get inside and get a shot. Going downstairs, and there we go. Williams is now Williams looks like he's got a little fire under him there. And, not too many shots landed. A lot of defense. You know, they're moving around. There goes Mason. Williams. Oh, nice shot landed by Williams. That's gonna hurt. And Mason, he's giving him too much time to recuperate, but he's landing some of those body shots. I said this is the third round, so a lot of movement this fight. A lot of movement. Williams is definitely trying to get inside. He's trying to find an open shot. But Mason is just, he's got him on the ropes. This might be it right here if he can get some shots in. Land some of those punches. And it's very, very hard to land them when you got an opponent that's got so much speed and agility and able to move around the ring like that. There's the bell, and this is going to be a hard fight to judge. Really hard fight.
Okay, the winner of our 11th bout tonight, the winner of the Slippery Rock University football belt, the winner out of the blue corner, Ohio Blue Shield Boxing, Kevin Mason.
All right, we're ready for another round of boxing. Hopkins out of the red corner and Bollinger out of the blue corner. I was able to talk to Harvard Hopkins. He's ready.
In the red corner from Youngstown State Boxing Club, Mike Hopkins. In the blue corner from Elwood City Boxing, Connor Bollinger.
All right, here we go. Another amazing fight. Now, Hopkins looked like he was really, really well prepared for this fight. Last time I talked to him, he definitely looked like he had his confidence in the interview. And he's a for sure fighter. You know, you don't know what to expect out of him. He's definitely got the speed. He's definitely got the body built. And he's got the cuts. You know, you see him coming out. He definitely looks good. Got good footwork. And Bollinger looks like he's trying to come out and use that jab. And that's what you see out of the smaller fighters. You don't see them have a lot of reach, but they're able to kind of ease their way in And it all depends on training too. And Hopkins is definitely a well-trained fighter. Definitely got athleticism, and I think that's going to be the big difference. But if Bollinger can keep that jab flowing and capitalize on that reach, but Hopkins just looks too strong. He looks very, very strong right now, and if he can keep this up for the next 3 rounds, we're going to be in for definitely a big fight. There goes Bollinger coming in with those, I always call those lazy punches. You know, if you're able to land them, but they do pack some punch, they do back some mics, but they're not as strong as the ones that are really, really forced in. And now you see him just trying to buy his time, and he's holding up. Refs have been doing a good job of keeping justice in the ring. But there Hopkins goes. Now Hopkins he's definitely got that adrenaline flowing, and he's anxious to make something happen for this fight. And that could equal out to anything. You know, you never know when he can drop the atomic bomb. He's landing some of those punches. He's got that energy. He's keeping his fighter off of him, and I think that's going to be the difference maker tonight. There we go, another one landed. That's going to hurt. He looks really, really good. I mean, this guy's got a lot of confidence in the ring. He's moving around really, really good. And when you see that control, when they've got control of the fight like that, you've got to ask yourself, can they keep that control for 3 rounds? And that's going to be a point. That's what you don't want to see. We saw a lot of that tonight, little dirty moves like that where they're tie the fighters up. You know, and that just lets you know who's on offense. And Hopkins he's really got the momentum. He's strong. I mean, he's a young, strong fighter. I mean, he's keeping his opponent off of him. They'll go to the corners and relax a little bit. All right, here we go, another exciting round of boxing, round 2. Hopkins really looks good so far in this fight, as he's been able to keep control just by having the speed and the agility and the footwork. Bollinger has been able to keep control with that jab, but Hopkins has been on the attack the whole fight. I mean, he's going for the kill. This is a brawl. I mean, this kid is anxious for something to happen, and anytime you've got a fighter like that, he's dangerous because every shot he throws, he's looking to make a kill shot, and we're seeing that out of Hopkins tonight. Bollinger has been able to kind of keep him off of him with that jab, and that's a difference maker too. Hopkins is moving in. I mean, Bollinger's really. I mean, I always say that jab is just your insurance policy because it keeps the fighters off you. It gives you time to rest up, and that's the advantage that Bollinger has, and that's what he's doing. He's using it. These are some young fighters, so they have a lot of energy. But when you know you've got a strong fighter like Hopkins, you know it's smart to keep him off you just with that jab, and that's what Bollinger is doing. He's playing his cards right because if Hopkins keeps landing these punches, it's going to hurt him. But he's able to get his energy back, get his breath, relax a little bit, and that's the advantage that he has. He's smart. This trainer probably told him, you know, probably said you're gonna have to rely on that jab. And Hopkins has been on the attack the whole fight. He's got the speed, he's got the footwork, he's got the movement. That's what makes a dangerous fighter. But Bollinger knows he has to calm him down, so he knows he has to keep him off of him, and that's what you're seeing out of this fight. Let's hope it doesn't wear Hopkins out. This is only the 2nd round. Still got one more round left, so you'll see if he's able to keep the same level of intensity. They're tying up. You know, they're tired. You can tell they're tired. They're just kind of pushing and pulling. You know, you hope to see somebody just taking some shots there, some body shots, just to wear his opponent out. That's it for the 2nd round. All right, here we go. Last round. And so far, it looks like Hopkins got the cards in his favor. He's landed a lot of the punches, done a lot of movement, and he's actually thrown a lot of punches. And we've seen that all night out of him for these first 2 rounds. But referee, once again, keeping control of the ring, making sure the ring's nice and clean. And here we go, last round. Let's see who can come out. I thought they were going to come out with a lot of energy, but they just kind of just relaxing. But Hopkins is, once again, he looks on the control, and he's able to get those shots in. We might see a knockout here. He's kind of throwing his opponent down. I don't know if they're going to call that a knockout. I mean, we've seen that all night from Hopkins, just high energy. And we just saw a little blaze of fire just come out of both of these fighters. But let's see what the referee calls. He's gonna let's see if he calls that a knockdown, then Bollinger is gonna have some problems out of the blue corner. We do see some blood. It just lets you know what level of power we've seen tonight. We've saw a lot of blood drawn in the ring. This has been a nasty night. These fighters has just been fighting. Blood coming out of noses. We saw one fight get stopped because of blood. And I saw it coming because Hopkins looked like he's just a powerful little guy. And when you're landing punches like that, that takes a lot out of a fighter. And I give Bollinger credit. He's tough. He's been able to hang in there this entire fight. But anytime you see a fighter go toe-to-toe like that and fall down, that lets you know who's definitely got control of this fight. And right now it looks like Hopkins definitely got control of this fight. Here we go. They're coming out again, swinging. Ooh, man, Hopkins looked really strong. Really strong. Okay, ball. There goes Bollinger down again, just losing his footwork. And let's just hope he can finish. You know, he's still got a little bit left. He just looks a little tired, but he's gotta get something going here because Hopkins definitely got control of this fight. And he's just kind of leaning on him. You know, that's he might be tired. See if he can finish this fight. Hopkins definitely looks like he's in shape. I mean, this kid looks strong, and he looks ripped. And he's moving. He's still moving. His footwork looks very good. He's been able to dodge some of those punches. Bollinger just, and almost again, I mean, look at him. This is the third round, and they're holding each other. Referee's definitely calling this one. He's calling it right. He's telling him he's got to settle down. He's got to tone it down a bit. And he's got to keep his professionalism if he wants to win this fight. Hopkins still looks in control. Just kind of wore Bollinger down. You know, that speed. Keeping him around the ring. And there's the bell. It's in the hands of the judges now, folks.
The winner of our 12th bout for the night in the EXP Willie belt. The winner from the red corner. Your 165-pound belt tonight with 13 fights in the red corner. From Fight for Love Always Boxing, Charlie Williams. In the blue corner, from Youngstown Salem Boxing Club, Jay Nealer.
We're in it for another round, another fight here as Jake comes from the wrestling world. Another Williams, and we'll see what happens here. He's just kind of going out of the red corner. He starts off able to go up top, and Jake is just starting off really fresh. He's trying to get inside. Definitely looks like a power puncher out of the red corner. See if he's able to keep that thing going. You know, Jake is really going to have to back off a little bit because if this guy lands a punch, he's going to really take a lot out of him. He looks like a big guy out of the red corner. Now, Jake has the experience. I did talk to him. He was able to get an interview of him, and he did say that, you know, he said he was in shape. So let's see if he has that to advantage, if he's able to wear this big guy down out of the red corner. Tell him to double up on that jab. Yeah, Williams is definitely going Gonna have to land some punches. Nice haymaker thrown by Niemeyer. Jake, let's see if he can keep it up. You see that jab out of the red corner out of Williams, and that jab, I mean, it plays a big part in the sport. If you're able to keep your opponent backing off, that's why I tell you, it's just one of those gifts. And this guy, he knows he has the advantage. I mean, he's landing some strong shots, and Jake is really going to have to figure it out if he wants to get at least keep this fight competitive, because this guy looks strong. I mean, he's coming in with some very, very strong shots. I mean, he's been able to land some body shots, and on top of that, he's got the reach. So Jake is definitely the underdog. But I mean, this guy's coming in strong. Jake's gonna have to, but Jake he's doing the right thing, keeping him in the corner. Let's see what his corner tells him to do. He's gonna have to switch it up, because this guy Williams has got a lot going for him. Let's see if he can get it going here. Jake, like I said, last round one, looked like he was on the move, and I mean, it really looks like Williams is in control of this fight. Jake's just going to have to find a way to get inside. You see him ducking. We've seen that same strategy out of Reed, where if he knew his opponent had to reach, he would go down and try to get that body. And that's when you see a well-trained fighter, as coaches probably told him, you're going to have to go to the body and try to make something happen, because this guy Williams has got the reach, and he looks like he's got the power. Let's just hope he doesn't wear Jake down landing some of those punches. But this is definitely a different game plan in the second round. Ooh, man, he just landed a nice right hook there. And but Jake he's staying in there. Like I said, he's in shape. You can definitely tell he's in shape. Definitely an athlete, but he's definitely going to have to start landing some punches, because this guy Williams has got control. He's coming inside. You see Williams just kind of keeping him off of him. You're definitely going to have to see that uppercut. Williams is there. Oh, man, I mean, Jake looks frustrated, because it's hard to land punches with a fighter who's got that much of a presence in the ring. Definitely going downtown. I mean, Williams is switching it up. You know, he's just kind of playing with his opponent. We're tied up. Let's see if he can last these last two rounds. He's just really, I mean, Williams has definitely got control of this fight. He's landing punches. He's definitely got Jake on the run most of the time. Niemeyer. Now let's see if he can switch this thing up. I mean, if he can get back in it. He's definitely, I mean, he's a little guy, so he's got the advantage. You know, he's got the speed. If he can just somehow land some body punches, get some uppercuts going, it kind of outweigh his opponent. But I think by Williams being so big and strong, he's just got the upper hand. But I give Jake credit. He's hanging in there out of the blue corner. Looks a little tired going back to his corner. Now we're back here for the final round. And everybody knows Jake has got to turn it up if he wants to get back control of this fight. Because Williams has definitely been landing some punches. He's still landing more. And he's just been kind of sticking to his game plan, going up top, keeping his combos crisp, keeping it real nice and crisp. I mean, you can tell he's fired up. I mean, he's pumping his iron, looks sweaty, moving around. And they stopped the fight. Stop the fight. Man, well, I mean, it was a good 3 rounds of boxing, but Williams was just too much. Man, and it gets like that sometimes, you know. It gets like that when you've got a fighter who just starts off strong like that, and you're a little guy. That's why it's always good to be smart. You got to know your opponent. You got to know what he's capable of doing, and if he outboxes you like that, then. But I mean, this is not it. You know, Jake's an athlete. He'll work out, get back into it, and he'll come back strong. And let's hope this is not his last rodeo, but he still looked good. Like I said, Williams is a big guy. I mean, that's a big guy. A lot of adrenaline flowing, a lot of power punches landed, and when you hurt your opponent like that, that's what you got to expect. But overall, it was a good fight, but when you get to that third round, they just got to kind of look and see what's happening when you're limping to your corner, and you just got to protect the fighter. We live in a day and age where you got to do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the 14th bout of the King's Parlor belt, abandonment in the second round, the winner in the red corner, for fighting for Love Boxing, Cody Williams. Are you ready for your co-main event? Are you ready for your co-main event? Put your hands together in the red corner from your very own Youngstown Salem Boxing Club, Joey Ross! Area Boxing, James Shockey.
All right, here we go. Another 3 rounds of boxing. I was able to talk to Klein, and he comes from the I believe MMA, UFC, and I think this is first time getting a ring. You can fact check that if you want, but like I said, this one looks like he's definitely got the reach, definitely got the height, and Shockey's going to be in for a treat with this guy because he's definitely got the endurance. So we'll see how he comes out. I mean, these guys do not. I mean, just look at this reach. I mean, these guys do not just practice this stuff in the mirror. They're acting it out. And when you see Klein come out that strong, he's definitely got that jab, and he's going to use it to his advantage. Shockey's going to have a problem. He's going to definitely have to land some punches on the body. And because Klein has definitely got, with that reach, I mean, it makes a big difference. You see Shockey just trying to find something to get inside. He's definitely going to have to find a way to get some inside shots and land some shots. He's going to have to wear him down, too. You know, that makes a big difference, too, when you got these guys when they get into boxing. I mean, it really, when you got to move around, you got to do a lot of moving. It kind of wears the fighter down. So let's see if Shockey can wear him down. And Shockey's keeping a good game plan. You know, I'm kind of surprised because I thought Klein would kind of maintain the momentum, but Shockey's kind of holding him back. But Jacob's keeping his distance with that jab. You see him just kind of putting that left hand out there, that left jab, and waiting for the open shot. Shockey's keeping his defense up too. Really smart fighter. You know, I think he knows what he's in for. And he's going downstairs to try to, you know, throw Klein off of his game. Klein out of the red corner and Shockey out of the blue. And this is going to be an interesting fight to see how he's able to maintain control of this fight by Klein having the height advantage and the reach advantage. You see Shockey Klein just really keeping his opponent. I mean, just keeping his distance. And I think he knows he has him because he's got that reach. And down to the final 10 seconds. Let's see. He's just doing it. He's just doing it, working that jab. And he knows that. He knows that. And that's what's probably going to win him this fight. Getting ready for the second round. And we saw all Klein first round. He was able to just keep his opponent back, just kind of sitting back, just relaxing with that jab. And we're seeing him using it to his advantage. And Shockey's going to have a problem out of the blue corner. As long as Klein can keep that distance, that's why you're going to have to see Shockey going to attack here somehow. Because Klein, I mean, look at that. I mean, he's landing punches just with effortlessly with that distance, keeping that distance. He's a long guy, you know, stretching. He's stretching out there with those jabs. She's Shockey trying to stay in the fight, and that's what you definitely tell his corner was in his ear. He's going to have to go on the attack here. And he's going to have to wear Klein out and somehow get control of this fight. Referees continue to keep everything balanced out here. Klein is a good fighter, though. I mean, you got to give him credit. You know, even when you got a guy that's slender in the ring, just being able to just stretch out and just be able to hit you. He's playing his cards smart. He's keeping his guard up, going downtown, and just trying to stay in this fight. He's landing some of those punches, too. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's definitely keeping Klein back. I mean, he's starting to land some of them. Let's see how he does in his last round. Get some change. Shockey's a good fighter. I mean, he's playing his cards right. Klein's flexing though with that jab. I mean, when you've got that reach and you're able to go back and just relax and catch your breath, you know, maintain, and that's what you see out of Klein. Let's just hope Shockey can keep the endurance. He just landed another left hook there. But Klein has just got that jab. He's got that reach, and that's a big difference. All right, we're heading to round 3. I was able to talk to Hopkins and tell him how good he looked in that last fight, and definitely good fighter. See if he'll stick around. Maybe I'll be able to get an interview with him. Well, there he is. Klein is on the attack again. He's able to land that jab. Making a big debut here. And as long as he's got that reach, I mean, that's a big difference. And you just kind of see Shockey just trying his best to get control, but I think Klein has been able to wear him out as he's on the ropes. He's just trying to get through the third round, and I mean, you hate to see that when you get outboxed sometimes, but Shockey's putting up a good fight. You know, he's just gonna have to land some more punches if he wants to win this thing. Definitely gonna have to. He's gonna have to turn up the energy for this third round. As Klein knows he's got that jab. He knows he's able to stretch him out and stretching that jab, and that's what you see in this whole fight. And look at him, 1-2, going up top, man. This is an operation right here. I mean, he's just dissecting Shockey with that reach, and that's the big difference. Got him on the ropes, catching his breath, and just watch him start going back upstairs. Look at that, 1-2. Look at that, there it is. Shockey's keeping up his defense. Got 10 seconds. Shockey's going to have to go all out here. Very hard when you got a guy like that slender. And there it is. Getting ready for the main event. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, in your co-main event for this evening, the winner of the Gift Abilities Belt. In the red corner, from Youngstown Salem Boxing Club, Jody the Truth Live. Ladies and gentlemen, your main event. In the red corner, from the Youngstown Salem Boxing Club, Alan Pye, from the blue corner, from area boxing, Randall Blair.
All right, we're in for the main event here. And this is 3 rounds of hardcore boxing. I was able to interview Malachi. And he told me he was ready for this fight. He knew who his opponent was. And last fight, he looked really good. I mean, he's just a really good fighter. He's got a lot of A lot of adrenaline that flows when he fights, and he's smart. He picks up really, really fast. And, you know, they talk about people like they have disabilities, especially. I always call them gifts. Definitely got a lot of gifts at his age, and he just got a passion for the sport. And I hate to use the term anytime disability or special needs, but he's a special kid, and that's what you want to see. Flatch is starting off strong. You know, he's got his back against the wall, especially with an entrance like that. So Flatch is definitely going to try and outbox Malachi here. But Malachi he told me what his strategy was. He told me he was going to go up top and he was going to go all out for this fight. And every fight he's been getting better and better. So that's what we like to see. You know, Flatch is doing everything he can to get an open shot. But Malachi stays on his opponent, and he doesn't back down. I mean, he's a good fighter. Even, I mean, look, that's good footwork right there. When you get pushed and you're able to maintain your balance. Look at Flatch just taking them body shots, and that's going to wear him down. It's going to wear him down. You know, he's got to find a way to keep Flatch back and keep him off of him, because Flatch is a smart fighter. Definitely smart, and he's playing his cards right. Malachi's going to have to find a way to get an opening here. Flatch looks like he's got the advantage. He's got control of this ring. No, he's saying his shirt. He's got some. We've seen that tonight where they've had these wardrobe malfunctions, but the ref has been able to keep these guys in the ring and been able to keep things under control. Let's hope he can kind of get back into it without having any kind of setbacks because of his shirt. And you hate to see that on the main event card, but it happens. You know, sometimes these guys get out in the ring and they're all pumped up and they forget to make sure their wardrobe is right to make sure they can last 3 rounds. But like I said, Malachi's that kind of fighter. Let's see if he can bounce back as Flatch was able to keep that to his advantage. But he's still coming out pounding. But they're both swinging. They're both swinging. And let's see if Flatch is just playing his cards right. Waiting for the opening shot. Malachi's going downtown. Malachi's using his combos to his advantage. He was able to land a left jab right there. And he still looks strong. I mean, he looks like a strong fighter. It looks like Flatch looks like he's using his brain. And Malachi is using his combo strategy before the plan he had when he came into this fight. And he's actually landing some of those body shots too. That's a shocker. And that'll end it for the first round. There we go, getting ready for round 2. And I mean, Flatch looks like he's so far. It looks like almost even. But Flatch looks like he's got control in some sense because he's been able to land more punches and throw more punches. Malachi had the setback when he had the wardrobe malfunction. But he's bouncing his way back in and definitely got his footwork going as he's dodging. But, I mean, you see Flatch is going to that body. Flatch is using that body punch, and that's going to wear him out. I mean, he's not going to be able to hold up another round taking body shots like that, especially. But there we go again. I mean, he's just pounding away at the body, and that's the way to keep him off you, Malachi. You're going to have to do it up top because. Some people don't understand. Those body shots are just as worse as head shots because once you get that wind knocked out of you, it's definitely hard. And Flatch is definitely taking control of those body shots, and that's what's keeping him in it. Because I think he's just kind of wearing Malachi out by keeping him back and keeping his distance. And when you get hit like that, sometimes you get a little bit of afraid, and then it just kind of, he's throwing some hooks. He just keeps going. He keeps going. This is turning out to be a brawl. And some just jumped into Malachi and he just started throwing some. He's still throwing haymakers. And he's landing them. He keeps going. Man. I mean, this guy's got a lion heart. He just gets backed in and then all of a sudden just putting the fear of God in Flatch. He's landing those punches. That's got to hurt. I mean, look at he's kind of toning it down, but you want to see if he can keep this up, headed into one last round. And Malachi is definitely turned into a beast here. That's what they're calling for, the uppercut. Let's see if he can throw some of that in there. That'll do it for round 2. Man, this is an interesting fight. And something is happening here tonight at this main event. I mean, definitely main event worthy. As Malachi is definitely putting up a fight. And Flash looked like he was hurt headed to his corner. And I seen him telling his ring man to put his coach to put some water on his head. Malachi's came to fight tonight. He does not want to let this crowd down. I mean, he's going upstairs. He's throwing haymakers. And Flash is not an easy opponent. I mean, he's definitely getting some shots in himself. So this is definitely a main event here. But Flash, I mean, you don't want to see that. He's just, and he might be frustrated, you know, because Malachi's not letting off the gas. But each fighter is landing some pivotal punches, and this is a really good main event. I mean, when you think one fighter is down, another fighter steps up. When you think one fighter is going to back off, another fighter backs up. I mean, this is a rough brawl. I think the ref is just going to try to let him catch their breath, or he might have called. Oh, he lost his mouthpiece. Okay, so they gives him some time to rest. He is going all out. I mean, you got to give it up to this kid. I told you, man, this is a special kid. I mean, he's not letting up. Look at him. I mean, he's giving it all. He knows what it takes. Definitely in shape. Oh, but Jake, there goes Flash. I mean, he's landing that punch. I like to call it the Jake punch because he's landing. He's just like a cheap. I don't know if you remember Jake the Snake, but he's landing that Jake the Snake punch. It's a snake punch, and it's a punch that's really wearing Malachi down. But this kid is staying in the foul. Look at him swinging, and there goes that body punch again. I mean, they are going all out. They're getting the crowd into it. This is a hell of a fight here at Fight to Unite. Fight of the night, main event. They got a little bit left. I mean, is anything left in the tank here? This Flash is doing everything he can to maintain control. Malachi looks a little tired. He's going to have to dig deeper for these last 10 seconds. Let's see if he can come out on it. Now he's pulling it out. He's pulling it out. The crowd loves it. We're seeing something historic here tonight. I mean, they just both look worn out. That is it. What a fight. What a fight. What a way to end the night here at Fight to Unite 10.
Give both of these individuals a round. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Angelo's Auto Sales belt for the main event tonight. From the blue corner, American Boxing, Flash.
Flash was able to finish this off. He was able to get Malachi. I think he was able to get him with those body shots, but Malachi, you got to give him a hand. Great fights tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Thank everybody for putting on this show. IPPV, Arthur Minaldi sponsoring the video. MethodHitting.com with the productions. Ryan West, the crew. Great fights tonight. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Have a great night.